Welcome back to Life in 5, where we sit down with some of the most interesting people in sport, media and entertainment to talk through the 5 moments that have shaped their journey. I'm MG, and today we're joined by a voice that's been making serious noise in the Aussie music scene and abroad as well. Chillinit, come out of Sydney South with raw talent, sharp lyrics and a story that connected with a generation. From backyard freestyles to packed out shows, he's built his name from the ground up on his terms. Yes, he has. Unfiltered, unapologetic, and always real. This week, we're breaking down the 5 key moments via photos that have made Chillinit who he is today. The Chillmeister in the house.
Thank you very much. Can I hire you to do that for me full time? Can I get that intro? I need that permanently.
Hey, can you confirm it was one take?
Yeah, that was one take. Anywhere I go, I need MG to follow me around and give that intro, all right? So we'll talk about that after.
This is kind of a different guest that I would usually have.
Yeah.
Because through lockdown, my kids, I've got 5 kids, and they're all, the oldest is your age, and then I've got daughters and sons. They all play your music, and I said, "Who is this dude? I wanted to find out more about you because I found myself gravitated towards your lyrics."
Yep.
And one of my sons said, "You should DM him, see what happens." So I did in lockdown, and he went straight back to me, "Go, no way."
Yeah, I was fanboying on you. I was like, "It's MG. It's MG."
He said, "Oh man, loves you." So, and here we are, because this is going to be fascinating.
Yeah.
Because you have got a good story to tell. You're only 31 years of age, but you're starting to be a voice of a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
The first picture you've got, Chill, is obviously your platinum records. And for those that don't know, you've also got a picture of you crowd surfing. Tell us why you've picked this photo to kick off today's podcast.
Well, it's funny you say it because I feel like the crowd surfing is a bit of a double entendre. Like I look at it as it symbolises that I like to get in there. Like if you see me at a show, anyone who's watched me, I'm front of the gate. I'm shirtless, stage diving. I'm very intimate, personal show when I like to play. But the idea of that photo we've got here is that it kind of symbolises that I'm being held up by these people. And I think a lot of artists and athletes, so that's where we cross over a lot with is a good convo, is we can all appreciate that without fans, without the spectators at the footy or the fans at the concert, what are we doing?
Nothing.
So that photo kind of represents my success is carried by the thousands of people that attend the shows. And the plaques are just kind of just like a nod to that's what that kind of work gets you. And when you acknowledge and you're humble and you don't take things for granted, that's the proof in the pudding there and what it comes. And as well, like I think I don't look bad in that photo. So I picked that one quite nicely. But yeah, there's a couple of gold ones in there. A platinum, couple double platinums, and I've recently went gold on the octagon as well. So I've got a couple more. I've got what do they say in the castle? Straight to the pool room. Yeah, they've gone straight to the pool room. Those ones, that's it, mate. Yeah.
When did the young kid from Hurstville realise he had this gift?
When it was about 14, and I think a lot of young people are really going to relate. So if you feel this way, you're not alone. It was about 14, but by 19. Life was telling me that you're an idiot for chasing this dream, go do a job. I ended up doing air conditioning for about 3-4 years. It was about 22, 23 when I was finishing it that I just went, this is my life, like, and this is my burning desire that is eating me away while I'm working. Before I go down the rabbit hole of the 9 to 5, let me have a crack. And I had the crack and I manifested it and here I was. So like the message I want to say to everyone is like sometimes it's just as simple as taking the dive. You got to roll the dice. Whether you get the snake eyes or whether you get the 6, the dice has to be rolled to get a number. So I think it was just a matter of, it was always in my passion, but at about 22, I kind of grew the confidence. And then now in my 30s, I have the discipline to, because it's one thing to get where you are and it's another thing to maintain it. Same with athletes, you know. It's one thing to get a contract. It's another one to get a renege and get it renegotiated. So to be where I'm at now, multiple businesses and just happy to be a dad and happy to be fit and healthy, man, and doing this for a job, mate, couldn't be prouder of the 14-year-old fella who had a fucking dream, mate.
Do you remember your first ever gig, where it was?
Yeah, believe it or not, this is a crack up. I was opening for a bloke called Ivan Ooze, who is now a chef on Instagram. It's what he does now. There was 10 people there. And I played it like there was 300, brother. I think I wouldn't call it a stage dive because there was only 10 people, but I just walked around them and just rapped to them. But man, it's that kind of attitude I think that got me there. Whether there was 10 people, whether there was 10,000, like playing Splendour in the Grass, one of my biggest shows.
Yeah.
I give the same energy to people. And I just like to be like that. Whether you're Joe Blow or whether you're the most famous person in the world, to me, if you support me, then I fuck with you. So I just give everyone the same respect. And I think it's carried me a long way.
Oh, second photo you've picked today is something a little bit different. if you follow Chill on social media, you know the man likes to work out. Hey, if you've got it, baby, flaunt it, I say.
240 kilo deadlift at currently 70 kilos. Yeah, I'm lifting triple my body weight plus 30 kg.
And you bought something today that you're also promoting as well. What is it?
So I currently have here Energy DNA. So for those who don't know, like we were discussing, I'm branching out into a few other things. I've spent years to have that physique and to do things like that. And I've maintained it pretty well. A lot of people go, what's the secret? What's the diet? And I'm like, it's caffeine in the morning, blood, sweat and tears. If I'm honest, sometimes, mate, I miss a meal and I'm there on no food, but I just choose to walk in.
Yeah.
I don't miss it. It's the discipline. So on that note, you can check it out through the link in my bio on Instagram. But this one here is for you, my beautiful good sir, to take. And I know you do MG Active and you've got all your trainers there. So I'm going to send a few tubs. So anyone who wants to go get a session in, go see your boy. And there might be some free tubs down there next week. So a little gift to you, my man.
You're awesome, brother.
No, thank you so much. We'll put it there.
I'll put that there.
There we go. Beautiful. Get it nice and on the camera.
Okay, so when you're a 14-year-old kid, you didn't look like this. Who was your inspiration in trying to build yourself up? Was there somebody? Was there a personal trainer? Was there a mate who said, "Chill, let's go and work out, man"? Was there someone who was the man who made you start to look like this?
It's a bit of a double-pronged one. I have a friend, Geyer. So one of my mates, shout out Yars. He's like pretty much a bodybuilder, just amazing shape. And at 14, we both decided to kind of do it together.
14?
Yeah, we decided to kind of start, we'll start training. But from 14 to 17, it was just no idea. It was just doing bicep curls before a Friday night out. That was all we knew.
Extensions.
Yeah, and then there was, to be honest, it was myself. So I'm sure a lot of young people will relate to this. I'm one of the very genetic unfortunate that doesn't grow a beard. So I actually can't grow a beard. And as I got older, I was like, man, I'm lacking that male thing. So I go, well, if I can't fix this, I may as well fix this. So I just started training to look a bit bigger. And then honestly, what started off as a hobby has become an obsession.
An addiction,
Oh, it's more than an addiction, man. And trainers, people who live for fitness will know it's an endorphin release. It's the spine to my stability. It's what keeps me calm. I came straight from the gym to be here because I was nervous about today. So my way to calm down was get up in the morning, 3 hours of pain. Because I just feel like if you can put yourself through 3 hours of torture,
nothing else matters.
This is a walk in the park. I've done the hard part, So for me, it turned into stability and my life, which is why we've turned it into something I want to share with the world.
That's fantastic.
Now,
And I know myself, the main reason I opened a gym in Penrith was that I've seen a lot of mates go by the way mentally and physically.
Yeah.
More mentally than physically. And it's kind of hand in hand with each other. If you're physically training, guess what's better?
100%. There's one thing that I say, and I'll leave it on that note, and it's a saying that I've said for ages, is a chest day can save a life. And it's just literally as in me and my friend here, we've had conversations where I've had a bad day. He doesn't even know that phone call for me to go, come on, man, let's go train, means more than it means. So all the boys out there, if you're a trainer and you've got a mate, who's training, or you've got a mate who's struggling, be the front runner, take him to the gym, encourage your mate, lift him up, because you don't know how much it's going to do for people's mental health to make them feel good. So as well as the physical side, like he said, mental health is a massive factor.
Well said.
And it's important that men talk about it too. 100%.
Of course we do. It's photo number 3. Now, when you sent these through to me, because I
just saw which one it is. Ricky Ponting's in the mix here. Watch out.
I always ask my guests to send through some photos, and when this one came along, I said, fuck, did you send me the wrong photo, brother?
No, that's me.
This is Chill. Tell us about you. And this is a great... I mean, look at the stance. Look at the flow through.
Yeah, that's a technical cover drive straight through the offside. That's gone past mid-off and off cover.
It's saved your legs.
Yeah, it's gone to 4. Yeah, I haven't even bothered. It's one of the ones where I've stood and delivered and just watched it.
When, how, what? Tell us.
So anyone who wants to go look it up, the film clip is Wish You Well Part 2. And it was when I was very raw starting in the scene. I had no idea what we were doing. And I just went, let's get a case of beers. Let's throw on cricket gear. And because to me, a test match is a slang term for a bender. Because back in the day, the party would kind of go for 5 days, but you didn't really want it to. And it's kind of like a test match. It could have ended on day 1, but we fucking drag it out for 4 more days. So that was the analogy. And, mate, we just got a case of VBs and went down to a cricket oval and got blind.
That's awesome.
If you actually watch the film clip right at the very end, the guy in the back with the cricket ball actually vomits projectile on camera. And I actually drop a wine bottle on my foot and needed stitches in my foot, and we left it all in the clip.
What day is this?
That's a good 5 years ago or something. So if you want to have a good laugh, look up Wish You Well Part 2 and you can get the whole video that explains that photo.
How much of your film clips do you have the say in the finished product? Do you have total autonomy?
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
somebody
so-
you get some people behind you going, I think this might be a better way to go?
Yeah, no, so I have the total creative controllers in, they're all my ideas, but then there are people that do the transitions and the detailing and they come into play, creative directors. I'm currently working with someone called Slippin'
Yep.
on a project at the moment where I come up with the ideas, I'm the brainstormer, and then she goes and puts the pieces in, hires the people, and then also has her input as well. But I would say that in general, I make the call, but I'm also smart enough to know that if I'm paying someone because they're an expert, I should probably take their advice. So it's a bit of both. It's a fair balance.
What about with Australian Crawl? The sample of that. Did you have to go and see James Rain?
That was a tough one. So originally that's a big sample. People who would know, that's a big one. And it was a bit of a flex because I'm not going to name the figure because that'll just absolutely outrun me.
Yeah.
But we had to pay a fair bit of money to use that sample.
Okay.
And it came to a point where we're actually going, is this worth it at this point? But for me, it was because it was bigger than the money. It was like this for me. Like I grew up playing that song before it was my song. Going the boys like it still is my jam. My old man, I was 9 years old. We were doing it was just you know. So for me, it was being able to do that, and like I said, it created conversations. The young kid at home playing that song.
Well, all of a sudden, his dad's going, "Hey, that's
the song that I know," and it's the power of sampling. So I'm glad we did it. But James was pretty friendly about it. We never had any personal meeting, but we did discuss back and forth via email. He was very supportive of it as well, and I'm a fan. And my dad will be embarrassed I'm admitting this, but my dad's been to 9 James Rain concerts. He's a diehard.
Well,
so James, if you're watching,
I've been 6.
there you go. You've probably seen him there. You're probably in the crowd together.
Oh, I love him. This next photo you've picked is a beautiful one. There's a check, $100,000 on the check, and it's to Susan. Tell us all about the check, who Susan is, and why this photo means so much to you.
Yeah, well, this one gets me a little bit. Yeah, it does mean a lot. When I first started my career, look, and I think everyone who's watched me in the public eye will be the first one to say I've strayed. I've had my moments where I've slipped up and had to do my apologies and things, but I first started this with this idea that growing up, I was a bit of a menace, and I just was like, I would love to just do something for my mum. And at first, I bought her a car. So the first thing I did was buy her a car, and that was really cool. But then we come into some pretty good financial situations, and we obviously had my mum and dad have a mortgage. They're from grassroots backgrounds, and I just thought before I go doing all the shopping for myself, I want to do this, and I wanted to make a song for her. And that money just went towards the family house, and it's just it was just for me. I swear to God, in a way, I did it for myself because I felt that as I got older, and I think people will relate. When you get older, you look at your parents and you understand that they're just humans working out life
100%.
too. When you're a kid, you think your parents have all the answers. Then you get older and go, they're just winging it like I am, doing their best. So for me, it was a real full circle moment to go that all of this hard work and the tough times and tribulations have led to this moment. And to this day, that's downstairs in our home gym, and Mum looks at it and trains with it. And me and my mum are really close. Susan is probably my best friend, apart from my wife. She is my number one, best friend. I'm very no shame in saying I'm best friends with my mum at 31. Couldn't care less.
So when the lyrics for Susan's Son we were writing them, was it sad? Was it cathartic? What was the process?
It was more proud. It was sad, but it was more like a sad pride. And filming the clip where I got them all to come down, that was surreal. Filming a clip and being my whole family there, and it just kind of solidified for me. That song for me solidified that that's what I came here to do, and I've done that. And now it's about reassessing and resetting, because that was really my goal. So for me, it was just a big moment, and my brothers were able to see it. I'm the oldest, so I try my best to lead by example. I tend to stray a little bit, as I know, but I do my best as good as I can, man.
Susan, you're a lucky lady to have a son like him.
Shout out to Susan, Mum. I love you to death if you're watching this, and I know she will. She'll froth at her, and my dad will have it on a repeat for a week, MJ. Don't stress.
And finally, we get
my
to
favourite one.
Oh,
my favourite fucking photo.
I've got goosebumps.
I swear, can I say
of course
fuck?
You can.
Of course I fucking can.
Yeah,
Sweet.
fuck, mate.
Fucking oath. There we go. Just straight up.
Tell us exactly when this happened. Tell us the name of the young bloke and why this has been the changing of Chill.
Oh, man. So February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, my little man was born. It was a C-section, so it was a little bit of a scary one. It was booked in, so my whole image of the pack the bag, run to the room was taken away, and it was like a scheduled appointment because he was breached, so we had to do an emergency C. So I was just there, and it was within 2 minutes, it was done, and next thing you know, he was in my arms, and I don't even think I have the moment. You're a father, so I guess you'll understand. and you've got multiple. But that when I first held my son and I realised that this is
It's the best.
yeah, and it's just like I'm even getting a bit emotional as I say it. I'm going to try my best to stay in check here. No one likes a crier, but
No, mate, that's
it's
safe.
just like there's a certain I just realised that the world is not about me anymore, and anything I feel, anything I go through is just a secondary thing to him being first, and it was scary at the start. I think every dad's a bit scared, going, "I'm going to cock this up. I don't know what I'm doing."
There's no manual.
Yeah, and then you own it. And at the same time, I'm learning every day. I'm not an expert at all, but he's just given me a purpose to, and I think fans see it. And I think it's funny because some fans will say they miss that lifestyle or the party wild chill. And I say to them that the real fans will understand. And maybe when they get older, they'll understand that this is a journey. And I've got a little man who's watching my every move now, and I owe him more than I owe anybody in this fucking planet. So my goal now for the next 10 years, apart from financial success and continuing my career, genuinely number one is to just be the best male figure for my son. Everything else comes second now. The business and everything's great, but as long as I can be a role model to my son and be in his life, then fuck everything, really. That's all that matters.
And what about a shout out to your wife as well?
Oh, she is a soldier.
She'll be saying, "Where's my photo, babe?"
Oh no, she's a soldier. She well, this is the thing. She keeps me in check. The reason why I love her is because she's fierce. So I need someone in my life because I can get a bit, I'm doing what the fuck I want. And I need someone to go, come here and put me in a headlock. And she's my rock and I'm her glue, and we kind of hold it together like that. Like right now, she's running around with him, making sure everything's organised, making sure that I'm looked after, make sure I've got my protein when I get home. Yeah. So I think behind every great man is a great woman.
Well said.
I think it's about not being in a rush. To all you young kids out there, there's no rush to meet your woman. I went through plenty of time. I went through plenty of things, and I finally met my queen, and happily ever after is on the other side. So if you're heartbroken, don't stress, man. There's plenty of things coming your way.
Gee, you got great advice. Great advice. What about any more kids?
Yeah, well, we're thinking about a second one this year. We're thinking about trying, but with my work schedule, it is hard being a musician because you're travelling a lot. I guess for you with the footy season, you'd have to be like, well, I've got the season off. Let's get it in now.
Well, most of my kids were born in April or May.
Yeah, because it's all planned. That's right.
All off season.
I'm touring until June.
Yep.
And then I might see if the factory's open for business after that. That's the wifey's hint there to go like, babe, I'm dropping the hint live on this chat right now. So, yeah. I wouldn't mind having a second one. She wants a girl, so she wants to just try for the girls. But man, as long as it's boy or girl, healthy and happy is all that really matters.
So where can everyone see you in the next couple of months? Where are you at?
So I've got a show on Thursday. I'm on a plane in 2 days. I'm going to Brisbane, sold out on Thursday. Then I'm going on a run around a bunch of local gyms. So you can just follow my Instagram, Chillinit.420, to just see where I'm at with gyms. I've been chatting with Elite Supplements in a few stores, so I've got a few more meetings to do.
Well done,
yeah, once this tour's done, you know what? I'm going to give you the exclusive. No one else knows this, but on 420, there's a free mixtape dropping. I've got 7 new songs that are dropping on the 20th of April. It's meant to be a surprise, but you've got me so excited to be here that fuck it, you've got the exclusive.
Really?
So if you're watching this, it was going to get dropped with no notice, but there you go. Whoever's watching this, you got the pre-notice. Get ready for 420, 7 free songs.
Wow.
Spotify, Apple, YouTube, it'll be everywhere for all of you.
Righto, give me 5. The segment we have with our guests right at the end, we ask a few questions and you answer them the way you can. Favourite band?
Favourite band? Parkway Drive. Do you know who they are, though?
No.
They're a heavy metal band. If you know, they're a heavy metal band from Australia.
Are they?
Grassroots from Byron Bay, and they're worldwide famous now. Yeah.
You know what? I bet you a lot of people now will Google.
Or if not them, AC/DC. If I'm throwing it back to the thing, TNT is always a strong one in the gym.
What about favourite song?
Favourite song? Oh, geez, I think I might get in trouble or rinsed for this and people will call me soft. My favourite song is because it's from my favourite movie, My Girl.
Something
The Temptations.
You can do,
my girl, talking about my girl. You know the movie My Girl? When he gets stung by the bee and he's like, you can't see without the glasses. Oh, it gets me every time. So I won't lie, bro.
Are you a crier? You a crier in movie?
Oh, yeah, crier. I cry in the car if I hear a sad story on Kyle and Jackie O. I'll cry over anything, man. Dead set.
How to Train a Dragon, I cried him with.
Yeah.
When Hiccup's dad died.
I cried. There's one called Inside Out, which is a kid's movie. And it's about emotions. And I was there pulling my eyes out going, I'm anxiety. I relate to this character. And my son's there going, mate, shut up. Where's the toys? But yeah, it's good. It's good fun.
On that same type of theme, what's your favourite all-time TV series?
Favourite TV series, Trailer Park Boys.
Really?
Yeah, that's a bit of an old school one. That or South Park. They're a close tie, but I'm an old school man, so I love my South Park. I love my Trailer Park Boys.
Both great.
Yeah.
Favourite sport?
Favourite sport, I would say cricket, man. And I know it's not I know it's kind of phased out a bit, but man,
No.
I love just making a beer snake at the cricket and throwing a few back. I
Do you like
grew up like that.
T20, 1 days or test?
Man, I prefer the test, and I know it's phased out,
Same.
but I just love I love going like it's over, and then tomorrow you can wake up and it's on. I think it's I grew up where it was on the back every Christmas, Ashes, Boxing Day.
Yep.
My old man had it on. The barbecue was going, and we were playing out the back with the bin in the street where we paint the fucking things on. And it was sixing out over the fence.
Do you ever tape your ball? So
For a bit of swing. Or you tape it one side and put a bit of cork in it and just bounces at him. Sorry, Brock, my little brother, copped a few to the head as a kid.
Oh, knock now. He's going to be knock.
And Nocturnal. We'll get that one in later.
Okay, Chill. You've unfortunately, mate, you're on death row. Anyway, it's only make believe.
Sounded like my lawyer then. I was like, it's the third time I've heard that this year. No, I'm joking.
What is the last meal, my friend, that you were ever going to order?
Oh, geez, that's a real tough one to answer. You know what? Can I flip it? Can I ask what it would be yours first, and then I'll go? Because I'm just curious. Your last meal.
My
what
last
are you
meal,
doing?
I'd have to have like kebabs. I'd have to have pizzas. I'd have to have some of my mum's or my wife's home cooking.
Yep.
In there, and then just a bottle of wine to wash it down with.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I was going to say, I was seeing how much fruit I'm allowed to add in there.
Oh, you can add whatever you want.
I'm pretty sure I would just go like, man, a standard like Arabic style chicken, like El Jana, Dougie style, like just garlic, a whole chicken, a labneh, which is like an Arabic yogurt, some hummus and that. And then instead of a red wine, like I'd probably go, you know what, get me a bottle of 1942. And I'm on death row, so I'd just knock myself out so I don't feel much. So that's probably the best bet. And if they let me, I might sneak a doobie in there. It's medicinal these days. So
medicinal,
I'm all right too. Yeah, so bit of medicine before that.
Well, you've been illuminating. You've been awesome.
Thank you, man.
It's been so long since I
here.
wanted you to get on this podcast, and I'm glad I did. What's your dad's name again?
Warren.
You got a good one, brother.
Oh, he'll love that, mate. You've made his day.
Chill. This is your life in 5, and thanks to Lily Pilly Wines.
Thank you very much.
We've got a Sauv Blanc and a Shiraz that are yours, my man.
So these are mine.
They're yours.
Why aren't we having a glass then?
Well,
can we have a glass?
Producer Sam?
Can someone pour 2 glasses for us while
let's go. Let's just grab the Shiraz out.
And also, you don't know this yet because I didn't want to tell you this before. I wanted to tell you on the camera. So what I'm going to do is if you can just send me a detail for your address and all your fellas' names, I'm going to get vinyl copies of my Family Ties thing and just send. I'm going to sign them and send them one for each of your little fellas. Yeah, I don't want anything in return. Just let me know where to send it. And I didn't want to tell you before because I wanted you to be
too excited.
Yeah. So you's watching back at home, all these little fellas, you're getting
my kids love you.
Yeah, so it's going to be a Family Ties vinyl and I'll sign it.
There we go, look at that Lily Pilly wine.
On it. Oh, look at that. There you go,
Pass
sir.
it over. There we go. First
Hard work, well earned.
First time on MG's Life in 5.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Taste
Cheers
the
for
Shiraz
that.
from Lily Pilly.
Sorry, you can't take Sydney out the boy. I didn't know we were meant to sip it. Sorry. Well, it tastes good. That's how good it is, guys. Check out the wine. That's how good it is. But no, in all honesty, thank you for having me, man. And I look forward to watching more episodes, man. Very exciting thing. I want to see what you get going with.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you very much.
Many thanks.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.